It's your boy React to Everything. Back again with another video. Today we got with 200,000 IQ suspect destroyed corrupt cops. Here we go. If you guys have any other videos, comment down below. Like, subscribe. Let me know. Stay tuned. Let's get it in.
Police are often met with all kinds of dangerous people, but what happens when instead they have to face 200 IQ suspects who know the law better than they do?
When's the last time you smoked weed?
I blew zero, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. That's what's going on. You can't do that, man.
I'm smoking right now. You know what I'm saying? Puff.
Man, you really can't do
Absolutely I can.
that. Is he allowed to do that?
Here's how these corrupt detectives reacted when they were outsmarted by suspects, starting with Police Chief Michael Cecchini. On September 17, 2022, the chief of police decided to threaten the wrong kids. Cecchini had started harassing these kids for disturbing the peace, but Parker Whalen and Travis Crin were only playing around, and they were about to show the chief that they knew the law.
Disturbing the peace. Both of them squealing their wheels at me.
He's talking.
Okay.
Travis,
They come here, they hit the cone, they're messing around here around this new monument. I'd had enough.
What the chief did next was illegal, and Travis knew it.
Get out of here! I didn't even do that. Yeah, you did. What'd I do? What'd I do? Go! That battery? Get out of here. It's disturbing the peace. You hit me because of disturbing the peace? Yeah, it's a crime. You need to go. You just committed battery? No. Yes? No, hit me with a flashlight. That's battery. Get out of here. How is that right?
Crim told his friend to call the police, but Cecchini pulled out his badge and said he was a cop, trying to intimidate them. But that didn't work. They knew Cecchini was the one who committed battery, and they refused to leave until the police came. Cecchini claimed that his badge allowed him to assault anyone he wanted to, but the teens didn't buy his lies.
Battery, right? Mm-hmm. Call the cops. Yep, that's right. You call the cops. You just committed battery, right? Chief of police. Call the cops. That doesn't work that way, dude. Yeah. You're gonna tell me the law? What, you big some legal scholar on the Supreme Court? No, but like, what are we doing on the legal? Police. You can't hit me with a flashlight. Disturb the peace.
What's the First Amendment?
You hit me with a flashlight. No,
You don't have a right to disturb the peace.
You hit me with a flashlight, bro. What are you talking about?
You won't believe what Cecchini did next.
Assault me. You want to make out? I'll make out with you right now. I swing both ways, bro. Go ahead. Assault me.
He ran out of options, so getting the boys to attack him was his next plan. That way, he'd have something to show the police. But the teens knew better than that.
I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna touch you. I know.
Get
better.
out of his face.
I know better, bro.
Hey,
What is
can
he
you
doing
send
to
a
you?
unit down here? I've got 3 hooligans that need to go.
Hooligans, you hit me with a flashlight.
Thankfully, they recorded the entire encounter, and when the other officers arrived, the chief was suddenly not so brave.
5 minutes or so of the screeching tires from the birds, you know, and the hooting and hollering down here. So I go out onto my balcony and I look down, and they're just, they're driving, and the guy in the long hair intentionally drives his scooter into the barricade. And I go, hey, cut it out. Cut your shit.
So go up in the apartment.
I'm up in my apartment. I forget what he says of me. I can do whatever I want. And I go, you need to get out of here. Something to that effect. And,
Liar. You did not say that.
He hit the barrel or the bar?
he hit the barrel right there, the middle barrel. Open the door, tell him to leave, get out of here. Then I walk across the little plaza here to the curb area. He walks towards me, and the confrontation begins.
Did he, when you were upstairs, did he tell you that he was going to kick your?
Something with that, yeah. He said that, yeah.
Cecchini said he was off duty at home when he heard the two boys destroying property. He had told them to leave, but when one of them threatened him, he decided to run downstairs and deal with them himself. But his side of the story was different from what had actually happened.
I felt that he was hostile towards me, so I did how I was taught back in the day as a pectoral, large muscle mass jab, right?
With your hand?
With my butt of my flashlight.
What happened then?
He got angry, obviously, and accused me of assaulting him, calling me various names such as bald-headed.
Did he know you were a police officer?
I did identify myself, showed him my badge.
Prior to this altercation?
I may have when I was walking up. He challenged me to fight and dared me to come down. Okay, I came down. He stood off on me, and I did a pectoral jab with my flashlight. Okay.
Thankfully, the teens could share their side of the story too, and they told the truth.
What's going on?
So we were just riding around on burn scooters, you know, like teenagers do. And then he came up here. I'm 19.
Okay.
And he hit the cone right here and knocked it over.
Middle one?
Yeah, and knocked it over. And then he started yelling, and he threatened him first. So he was defending himself, like against him.
How did he threaten him?
I don't remember exactly what he said.
Okay.
But he antagonized him, so he was defending himself. Travis was standing right there, didn't say a single word. And like on the road, and he came up and hit him. I don't know if it was like in the chest or the rib cage, but he hit him with the flashlight and then started shining it in his eyes.
I was riding. You know how like when you press the brake, the back wheel locks up and it makes a squeaking noise, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you can drift when you do that. It's kind of fun, right?
Okay.
I get it's kind of late and stuff, right?
Right.
But he's up there. He goes, "Hey, Big Shot, you want to go?" Right? Because he said, "Why don't you keep it down?" I said, "I'm not doing nothing wrong." He goes, "Hey, Big Shot, you want to go?" Right? And I stood right here. I said, "What's up?" He walks up to me and like, "I'm not gonna hit you, I promise." He goes like that and jabs me like right here in the ribs with the flashlight. And then he said he felt threatened. My hands were at my sides. I don't know. I didn't swing at him. I didn't pick up.
What did you do when he walked down?
I just stood there.
So he hits you in the stomach with the flashlight.
Like
then
the
what?
rib cage, not the
Okay.
stomach, bro.
Of course, Cicchini wanted the two guys to be charged for what happened.
I'll cut a supplement. 2 charges right here.
But instead, he was the one who ended up getting charges. Cicchini was charged with assault and battery and is no longer Bay City's public safety director or chief of police. This next officer was
That's what you get, bald headed.
determined to charge his suspect for doing nothing wrong.
You ready? Yep. Okay, you can relax. So I'm gonna read you Miranda, okay? Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Ain't no way he's going to jail for a DUI and he ain't even drunk. He have no beer in his body, in his soul, in his pores. And he's still gonna get arrested? Ain't no way.
On August 28, 2022, Taven Galanakis was pulled over by police officer Nathan Winters for having his bright lights on. And even though Galanakis had a perfect excuse for it, the officer didn't care.
Hi there. How you doing, sir? Good, how are you? Good. My name's Officer Winters with the Newton Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is because you have your bright lights on.
Yeah, I have a headlight out, so I just keep my brights on.
Okay, well that's not legal.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Yeah, I turn when a car comes by, I turn them off. But like,
Well, you didn't with me.
oh, you weren't close enough though. You were
Wasn't close
a
enough.
while, yeah, you were a while
It
back.
has to be within 500 feet.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
And
my
you're not
bad.
supposed to have your brights on in the city limit.
The officer started questioning procedure and asked for his license and registration, but some of his questions were a little bizarre.
You got your license, registration, insurance with you?
I got you.
Is this your car?
Yeah,
Okay. Where are you headed?
back home.
Where's home? Are you new to town or something?
No,
You don't have anything on you? No bombs, guns, drugs?
no bombs or no drugs.
Okay, let's go back here.
The officer noticed Taven's movements in the car and the smell of alcohol on him, so he jumped to the conclusion that he had been drinking. Although Taven insisted that he was sober, Officer Winters didn't believe him, so the boy requested a breathalyzer test.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
None.
What do you mean none?
I had nothing to drink.
Okay. Why would your eyes be watery and bloodshot?
But Winters didn't want to give him the easy way out.
I've had nothing to drink.
Okay. So your movements in the car with you fumbling over the registration
Yep.
kind of say otherwise.
All right.
And so does the odor of alcohol coming from your person.
Great. Let's do a test and
We'll get to the test.
I can't wait.
The teen asked for the test again because he was sure of himself. He even made a video mocking the situation and the officer.
So what happens if, nothing pops up? Do you get in trouble?
No? Why would I get in trouble?
Because you think I'm drinking, but I'm not drinking. Can I record it?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your name?
My name's Officer Winters.
So Officer Winters thinks I'm drinking tonight. We're about to do a test, and he's gonna find out I had nothing to drink. He's gonna look stupid. Ain't that right? I've had nothing to drink, 0. And we're about to find out.
Winters took Taven through a bunch of sobriety tests, all of them except for the breathalyzer.
All right, so I'm gonna actually have you stand right here is fine for now. I'm gonna have you stand with your heels and toes together, with your arms down to your side. Okay. I'm gonna check your eyes. Cool. Okay. What I want you to do is follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only, and do not move your head. Okay.
Yep.
Do you have any questions?
Nope.
All right. So I want you to put your left foot on the line. Okay. Take your right foot, put it in front of your left foot, with the heel of your right foot touching the toe of your left foot, just like this. Okay. Stay in this position until I tell you to begin. Okay.
Perfect.
Galanakis asked for the test for the 3rd and 4th time, but still nothing. Instead, the officer went on with another test.
Come on, man, it's too easy. Let's do the breath now. 2 for 2. Give me a little blow.
I will.
Blow zeros.
I will here in a minute. Okay. All right. Couple more tests here. Okay. I want you to stand with your heels and toes together, with your arms down your side.
It's not that hard. He can just blow in it and see if he has alcohol or not. Come on, fucking cop.
When I say begin, I want you to estimate the passing of 30 seconds. Close your eyes and tilt your head back, okay?
Estimate the pass in 30 seconds?
Yes, sir.
And another.
I want you to stand just like you are, make a fist, rotate your hands facing me, and extend both index fingers.
I would record it, but like my phone's at 1%.
Okay, rotate your palms, just like that. I'm going to give you a series of commands, okay? The command's going to be either left or right. Okay, whichever hand I say, I want you to bring that hand up, touch the tip of your nose with the tip of your finger, and bring your hand immediately back down, okay?
He asked for the test one last time.
Let's blow real quick. Stop doing all these damn tests, let's blow. Let's get to business.
And finally, 1 hour into the stop, Winters got the breathalyzer.
Hold up. That sounds kind of sus right there. He said, like, blow. Come on, bro.
Device, but the results were not what he had expected.
You ready?
Yep. Okay, you can relax. So I'm going to read you Miranda, okay?
The device showed 0.0, yet he started reading Tavon his Miranda rights before arresting him.
Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, will be appointed to you before any question, okay?
Yes, sir.
Officer Winters didn't show him the results and tried accusing him of smoking weed too, but Taven caught on immediately.
When's the last time you smoked weed?
I do not remember that.
Tonight?
Oh.
Okay, well I think it's tonight.
I've had no weed tonight.
This cop just want to arrest him. I hope he sues the hell out of this cop. Out of the whole department. I hope he gets all the money.
What? Why do you think it's tonight? Why do you think I smoke? I blew zeros, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. That's what's going on. You can't do that, man. You really can't do that.
Absolutely I can.
Is he allowed to do that?
Yes, he is.
So I blow zeros and you
Take drugs now.
That's what we on? I blow zeros. You think I'm on drugs?
Winters said he had a reason for Galanakis' arrest, but he confessed something different on the phone.
Here's my situation. I stopped this guy for having his brights on. He fumbles around with his registration 3, 4, 5 times. He bombed sobriety. I asked him, I read him Miranda, PBT 000. So he says he'll do an evaluation, but he's kind of a smart ass. Would you want to talk to him, or? All right, that's what we'll do then. Okay, but I obviously have enough to charge him with the sobriety, so.
Galanakis was arrested and brought to the police station where he went through yet another test. This time it was a drug test. And of course, Galanakis had nothing in his system.
We're going home tonight, okay? I don't think I have no evidence or no information to suggest that you're under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Thank you.
So he wanted.
Whoa. That's not right. So you telling me I could go get arrested for having weed in my system if I smoked 3 days ago? What? I'm a heavy pothead smoker. I always have weed in my system. So I'm going to jail every time? What?
To have his last words with Winters, who tried so hard to get him charged.
So, I just want to know, like, how does it feel? How does it feel for what? Remember I told you when you first pulled me over? You're like, you're impaired. You're on drugs.
you drink alcohol. Turns out I'm not on any of that.
Okay.
Really dumb decision by you today. I'm really disappointed in how you can't bite your job.
I based my decision on your field sobriety tests.
Was it really failed though? It was pouring outside. It was terrible cement.
And Taven sure had the last laugh. But these 4 officers are even worse.
And your badge number, please?
I don't even know why you're here right now.
Hey, she's fine. But you can tell she ain't good a cop.
I asked you a direct question. Do you have your badge number on
And
you?
I asked you to leave because right now you're not allowed to be on our traffic stop.
On March 27th, 2000.
First of all, public sidewalk. You can film on a public sidewalk. You can stand on a public sidewalk.
2023, an officer approached a guy claiming he was standing too close to their traffic stop. But the guy was at a very considerable distance and he knew it. So he asked for her badge number.
Sir, can I help you?
No, thank you.
Okay. Well, this is our traffic stop right now, so I'm just gonna ask you to.
Thank you. You just asked me to leave.
Are you looking for a new fence or gate for your home or property? Type in your address and drop the red pins to.
Since you're making contact with me, could you identify your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Albee.
And your badge number, please?
I don't even know why you're here right now.
I asked you a direct question. Do you have your badge number on
And
you?
I asked you to leave because right now you're not allowed to be on our traffic stop.
At first, one officer, Officer Albee, tries to dodge the question, but the guy insisted on getting it. After some back and forth, she finally budges.
Ma'am, if you're refusing to identify your badge number, it might result in a complaint with your department.
Okay, I understand that. My badge number is 639.
Thank you very much.
But I've asked you a question.
At this time, it's not consensual.
Despite this, the officer still demands the person should move further away from the scene, but he remains unfazed. He stands his ground, pointing out his right to be there and watch the police activity from a reasonable distance, which is protected by legal rules, even established by the Supreme Court.
You have a right to record and everything. We just need you a little further away from the scene.
Do you remember what the Supreme Court ruled as far as the distance?
Do you remember what it was?
You don't know?
Well, anything that we deem is unsafe.
Okay, that's false. Have a good day, sir.
Okay, well, I will make sure to research that information.
Thank you, sir. I have the answer, by the way.
But just know if you get too close to a scene, you can't be arrested.
Hey, man, they would have arrested me already, man. Have a good one.
Just letting you know.
Have a good one.
But the situation gets more tense as other officers approach the guy. However, none of them could intimidate him.
What's going on? Can we help you with anything? Do you have any business to conduct here right now? Can I ask you what type of business you're conducting? Can you take your hand out your pocket for me, please?
Since you're,
Well, he's just in public. He could do what he want, you know. Freedom of speech, you know. Freedoms of press, you know.
engaging with me, can I get your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Robinson, badge number 659.
Thank you very much.
Is it right here, behind the vehicles?
Did somebody complain to you, sir?
No, I didn't.
Have a great day, sir. Thank you.
Can you step back behind the vehicles for me?
Is that a lawful request?
It is a lawful request.
You'll find a lot of traffic stops.
What's your name and your badge number? Just answer it, man.
I don't have to, but I will because
It's your policy.
it's actually not our policy.
It's not?
No, it's not.
You don't think it's professional to identify to
I'm going
people?
to.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Officer Love.
Love?
Yeah, my badge number is right there, 619.
Thank you, sir.
This guy knew his rights, and there was nothing the cops could do about it. So they left before one of them lost their job.
And make sure we always record the police because they don't like it at all. They don't like to be seen bullying others.
Watch what happens when cops get outsmarted by a 15-year-old kid.
Okay. Enough! I didn't do anything. You just tased me for no reason.
On September 29th, 2019, the cops messed with the wrong kid. They surrounded the house of Michael Franchek to arrest him, but his son knew constitutional rights a little too well. The whole situation started with Michael's son, Jack, who was riding around on a gas-powered bike, annoying the neighbors in the process. The neighbors didn't appreciate his presence and threatened him, so Jack's father stepped in and got into an argument with the neighbor. Allegedly, another neighbor called the police police, claiming that Jack's father had a weapon hidden in his trousers. When police arrived, they decided to talk to Franchek. However, he declined to answer their question or leave his house. He asked for their names and badge numbers, but the officers ignored this request. The situation quickly escalated when the officers started questioning him about an incident, to which he responded that he had no idea what they were talking about.
Can I help you?
Hello, are you, Michael?
Hi, can I help you with something?
Yeah, we're here about a
your name?
Officer Rodriguez.
First name?
Jim.
Jim, how are you, Jim? And your name? Please?
Sure.
Sorry? Badge number?
What's that?
Badge number,
Okay.
please?
Let's go ahead and talk about the incident that you had out here a few minutes ago.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Step down here for me.
The officers insisted he step down, but he refused, and this is when it got physical.
Yeah, no. Hey!
Whoa! I didn't do anything. You just came into my house without a warrant.
Is there any gun in your back pocket? I just want to make sure we're safe.
We're safe.
Okay, come on
I'm not
outside.
coming outside.
Can we talk right here?
Sure we can. Jack! Come here, record this.
Come on outside.
Record this.
Come outside.
Jack, record this. Grab my phone and record this. Whoa! I'm injured.
Okay, cooperate.
I am cooperating. You're violating my Fourth Amendment right.
Oh, stop. Outside.
You're violating my Fourth Amendment right.
You guys cannot come in here without a search warrant.
The officers forcibly tried to arrest him, even though he was unarmed. Then, Michael was suddenly tased and dragged outside the police without doing anything wrong.
I didn't do anything. You just tased me for no reason.
Taser deployed. Stop. Outside.
What are you doing?
Stop.
What am I being detained for?
Outside.
What am I being detained for?
Just stop resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. Don't take his phone.
Thankfully, Jack was recording the entire time, even though a cop did try to stop him.
Don't take his phone. Don't take his phone. I'm good. I've chilled the whole time. I haven't done anything.
Relax.
I haven't resisted.
Officer, I'm trying to just talk to you.
I am behind my back. This is unbelievable.
No, I know.
This is
They walking out
unbelievable.
got a search warrant.
My bad, I'm fucking stoned. This shit is so fucked up. I can't believe it.
This is unbelievable. Jack, follow me and record. This way. Follow me and record. Okay.
Give us space.
I'm not.
Give us space.
Okay.
No, Jack.
What's your space? What's your space?
Jack, record the whole thing. Oh, you're recording.
Give us space.
Does this look like enough space?
The cops took Jack's dad and even injured him in the process.
Somewhere back there.
What am I doing? You don't twist the handcuffs. You're injuring me. I'm not resisting. It's all been recorded.
It is.
I didn't resist.
I know.
I didn't do it. You know. See, he acknowledged that I didn't resist, Jack.
Yeah, I have it on video.
I didn't resist.
Well, we asked you to stop, right?
I didn't do anything against your instructions. This guy came into my house without a warrant, without any probable cause.
Let me just talk for a second.
I said, I don't know anything, and he tackled me in my house.
And when Jack tried to talk, they didn't let him. They knew he was too smart and he would bring them trouble.
Officer.
Just me and you, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm fine. No, he can talk. He can talk. No,
I can talk because I was in the
You're gonna arrest
situation.
him?
No, I'm not going to arrest
Okay, then calm down. He recorded the whole thing. This guy is out of
Listen to me.
control.
Okay.
What's your badge? What's your name?
Step back.
I'm not.
Look, he
I'm
just
on my
touched me. You
property.
can record all you want, but
Another
you're
one.
stepping back
Another
right
one.
now.
Don't
Yeah.
touch me. Stop harassing me.
We're just trying to.
I'm videoing this. You please get out of my personal space.
No.
Yes.
You're not gonna
Get out
interfere
of my
with what we're
personal
doing.
space. This is my property. Please
You're
get
not
out of my
gonna interfere with an arrest.
This is a grown-ass man, by the way. A grown-ass man. Threatening a... How old is he? I don't even know what did he say? His age.
You can record all you want, but you're not gonna get close to it.
I'm on my property. Move out of my personal space.
I'm gonna stand right
This
here.
is my personal square. Please move.
I'm gonna stand right here.
Please move. You're in my personal space.
No. What's your name?
Yeah, I do not need to give you that.
Yeah, you do.
For what reason?
Because you're
I know.
involved in this.
I'm involved with this, yes. But this guy threatened me and called the cops on you. And what's your badge number?
What's your name?
What's your badge number? Badge number. That says name.
3K12.
Okay.
Now, what's your name?
I'm not making any statements.
You're not making any statements?
Nope.
Okay, I have the right to identify you. You understand that, right?
Then you can search up my face and you can search up my record.
Okay.
Okay.
Their only option was to detain the kid too and threaten him with juvenile court, but the officers knew he had zero charges.
So you were the one driving up and down the street on the motorcycle?
I was on my gas bicycle.
Okay, that's a gas-powered vehicle. You have to have a driver's license.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not when it's 50cc and you have a permit for it.
And once again, Jack knew his rights. After a while, the officers found out that Michael did in fact have a concealed carry permit, so he was allowed to own a gun as long as he didn't wave it around. And nobody said he did, so the cops had nothing on him.
Well, if he didn't threaten anyone with it, there's no... I don't think
No,
there's
it was
any
just a
sense of
concern for
trying
me.
to- Oh, no, absolutely. But I don't think there's any reason to try writing a warrant to get in the house.
I'm going to arrest him for failure to obey a lawful command, resisting, disorderly.
Yeah, disorders, that's good because it got her attention too.
The only thing that was left was for the cops to make up a story since there was no crime.
Obviously, this is going to turn into something. He's going to get you on. So I'm going to do the sup on how the kid was being back, how I checked his cuffs. Like, his cuffs were tight, but he has big wrists. You haven't clicked like once or twice in. You can't click him anymore. What do you do?
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, you got to take him, and then what are you going to do? Resisting, disorderly,
Failure to identify.
failure to...
And then I'm going to look up me having a handgun in a dispute.
That's crazy. We paid these cops. We paid these cops to do this shit to us.
It might not fly, it might fly. I don't know.
We never found a gun. We got the witness statement.
Right.
But you look that up if you want. That's be my guess.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
But they didn't get away with it. Officer Rodriguez was charged with 5 violations, which included using a taser on Michael. Officer Thor was found guilty of 3 violations as well. Both of them were fired from their positions, and Michael filed a lawsuit seeking over $1 million in compensation.
Let's go! Fuck the cops! Fuck them! They're dirty pigs.
Is what happens when anyone is allowed to become a cop.